Hello everyone, this is Jason from Prime Time Aquatics. Today we're going to be adding fish to one of those tanks on the wall. This one is going to be a 33 long, so stay tuned. Alright everyone, obviously this is really super cloudy right now. We just added the water. So the question then is, how do we just set up this tank and 2 seconds later add fish? In the time lapse, one of the things that we did is this sponge filter over here came from another tank that had been established. So in any of the tanks that we run 2 sponge filters, I can grab one, replace it with a brand new one, put the used one in here. It's the same thing I did in the Red Devil tank over there. And then this one that's now floating, it's going to be floating for a little while. That's totally normal. It will settle down within a day or so. So obviously the tank is cloudy, but you can kind of see, again, here's what we did. We've got some rock work. I've got that cave in there. One of the small Thrichthys likes to hang out in there, and sometimes the bristlenose like to hang out in there as well. So just kind of a place for them. Little rock work, a little bit of wood. And then we've got wisteria that we pulled from the 20 long. And these fish I found really, really, really like to be in that wisteria. So we're going to check back a little bit later once we get the rest of the fish added in. And once this water clears up, we'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so here is the finished product. It's a few hours later, so we gave the water a chance to settle down. I gave the fish a chance to settle in, and I'm really liking the way this tank turned out. The Thrichthys maculopinus and the 20 long with that lighter colored sand, they had very light colored bodies. The spangling was there, but it's not nearly as much as what we see now. And substrate matters. One of those things when it comes to a lot of cichlids, not even just cichlids, but a lot of fish in general, if you want certain colors out of your fish, in some cases, you've got to make the substrate ideal for their coloration. With these guys, they were really light on that light colored substrate, so we added more of a brown to it, and now we're starting to get that darker color. Now, if we went black, they would probably be even darker. And so we see them here. They're looking good, and they're still young. They've still got some coloring up to do. Are they going to get as vibrant in the lower mouth region as, let's say, a firemouth? Not necessarily, but they are looking good. And I like the colors that they exhibit on this substrate much more compared to what we saw on that lighter sand substrate in the 20 long. So once they get used to this and start to grow up a little bit, we're going to, of course, bring you back to this tank, and the colors are going to be even better. So what we've got here, again, we've got a sponge filter over there that came from another tank fully cycled. The other one on the right-hand side, that one is brand new. We went relatively light so far with the rock work. I may add some more rocks in this corner. In fact, I probably will. But we wanted to get the driftwood in. We wanted to get some plants in. This is all wisteria. They really liked being back there in those plants. As you can see, they still like it quite a bit. And then we've got that little cave over there. That's more for the pleco than it is for anybody else. Likes to kind of hide out in there. We've got that pile of rocks. So this is a 33 long. Again, it's a great size tank. It's the same length and width as a 55. It's just a little bit shorter. So once again, the advantage for us is that we were able to triple stack these things. If we were using 55 gallons, it'd only be a double stack. And the nice thing is we get a lot of bottom area, surface area. Not as much as a 40 breeder, believe it or not. A 55 gallon or this 33 long or a 40 long doesn't have as much bottom area as a 40-gallon breeder. Happy with the way this tank turned out. We still have a couple more to do, so if we go up above, I'm going to blind you here for a second. Sorry, we got that one and that 33 long over there. We're going to be bringing you those tanks as we get them set up. All right, everyone. So we got a new home for the Thrichthys. I think they're going to be happy. They were getting bigger. They were starting to color up. I think their color is actually going to show a little bit better on the substrate that we picked. Obviously, for some of these tanks, the hardscaping is still a work in progress. We start light and we add to it once we see how the fish are interacting with their environment. The last thing we want to do is spend a lot of money on plants or pile up a bunch of rocks, have them start digging all the plants out and have the rocks topple over. So we're going to take that kind of slowly and make sure that we're doing it right. So if you like this video, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.